we have learned, supports and leads to other forms of wrongdoing, fraud, prostitution, money laundering, corruption, even torture and kidnapping. Hindi lamang yan. May testigo tayo. Si Lieutenant Colonel Joby Espinido.
Nagmamagaling na si Pastor Abante, nagmalataga ICC. War on drugs ng dating administrasyong Duterte, gustong paimbestigahan. Pero bago ang lahat, maaari kayong mag-subscribe para maging updated sa mga issue at bagong mga balita. Pilit pa rin ngang sinisiraan ng mga kongresista ang imahe ng mga Duterte marahil umano'y gusto nilang hadlangan ang mga susunod na hakbang ng mga Duterte. Taong bayan, binubulag para gawing armas laban sa kanila. Ngunit ang bayan ayaw na magpaloko. Narito ang buong detalye.
Is another co-chair, the chairman of the Committee on Human Rights, Congressman Benny Abante. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kala ko si Congressman Dan lang ang bibigay ng opening remarks. Any rate, to my to my fellow co-chairs and colleagues in the Quad Committee, our resource persons and guests, ang mga colleagues ko po dito, binabati ko rin po ang ating former President, GMA. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 27 and 28, we are asked, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? In our last 3 hearings, we have answered this question. Our testimonies we have heard clearly illustrate the interconnectedness of wrongdoing, domino effects of sins, of how evil begets evil. Kaya akma po na ang magiging focus ng ating hearing ngayon ay Pogo. Dahil dati, maraming nagsabi na hindi naman ito nakakasama. The gamblers are not Filipinos. Hindi mga kababayan natin ang nakukurap. But as we have discovered, this is simply not true. We have learned that the impact of gambling does not stop with the individual gambler. The money earned from Pogos, we have learned, supports and leads to other forms of wrongdoing, fraud, prostitution, money laundering, corruption, even torture and kidnapping. Hindi lamang yan. May testigo tayo. Si Lieutenant Colonel Joby Espinido, who informed us that drug money was used to fund the quota system in the previous administration's war on drugs that resulted in thousands of deaths. Blinded by profit, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Those who were expected to uphold human rights ignored due process and committed injustices in the name of justice. After all that we have learned this Quad Committee, can anyone now say with a straight face that gambling is a harmless vice? Sana po, in the course of our hearings, we can all finally open our eyes to the fact that the evil of gambling extends far beyond personal sin. It is a societal evil, one that can corrupt our country and destroy lives. This interconnectedness of sin is why it is crucial for us to push forward in our hearings. We must recognize that even small acts of wrongdoing can have far-reaching consequences. Sin begets sin. Just as a single stone dropped into a pond creates ripples that spread far and wide. We cannot fool ourselves into thinking that these small illicit actions do not matter. My friends, we must recognize that we can only counter the seeds of sin by sowing the seeds of righteousness. I urge all our participants, all our resource persons, choose honesty over deceit, right over wrong, life over death. By doing so, we not only keep our nation from falling into the trap of sin, but we also create a ripple effect of goodness that can contribute to building the bagong Pilipinas we all aspire for. Let the axe fall where it should fall. Pagpapatuloy po namin itong hearing namin hanggat matapos po ito at tayo makagawa ng magandang batas upang once and for all, ihinto na ang mga kalokohan dito sa ating bayan. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you, Bishop Congressman Benny Abante. So before we proceed with the hearing proper, may we ask the committee secretary to please acknowledge our resource person for today's committee hearing. Comsec?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In today's hearing, we have with us from the Anti-Money Laundering Council, we have Attorney Adrian Arpon and Attorney Emmet Manantan. From the Bureau of Immigration, we have Attorney Homer Arellano, the head of the Prosecution and Legal Assistance Section, and Attorney Ongkad. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, we have Attorney Sevantan Orculia. From the Bureau of Corrections, we have with us Superintendent Gerardo Padilla. From the Department of Foreign Affairs, we have Ms. Sheila Briones and Mr. Amer Tago. From the Department of Interior and Local Government, we have Yusek Juan Victor Llamas. From the Land Registration Authority, we have Attorney Salviente Thaddeus Elizalde, the Acting Director of Legal Service. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Attorney Agrifina de la Cruz, Attorney Ross Jonathan Galicia, and Attorney Yentel Malikad. From the Office of the Solicitor General, we have Ms. Sheila Marie Sulit Andaya. From the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, we have Brigadier General Raul Villanueva and Ms. Laarni Orbeta. From the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, I'm not sure if they are around. Please present yourselves. From the Bureau of Customs, we have Attorney Willie Sarmiento. From the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, we have with us the Director General, DG Moro Virgilio Lazo. From the Philippine Statistics Authority, we have Engineer Marisa Grande, the Assistant National Statistician. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have Attorney Hali Oliver Labayo. From the Philippine National Police, we have Police Brigadier General Jose Hidalgo. And also Police Colonel J. Dimaandal. From the local government units, we have with us Mayor Carmelo Lazatin. From Porac, Pampanga, also represented by Engineer Myla Agasan and Mr. Glenn Lansangan. And from the Hongsheng Gaming Technology, we have Mr. Dennis Kunanan. From Lucky South 99, Miss Ronelyn Baterna and Norman Macapagal. Also with us from Lucky South 99 Outsourcing, its President Julian M. Linsangan, Edwin C. Ang, and Marlon Ryan Chua. From Lucky South 99 Limited, yes, also Mr. Dennis Kunanan and Norman Macapagal. And other invitees, we have with us Mr. Alberto Rodolfo de la Serna, Mrs. Nela T. Cruz de Guzman, from the DOJ, you have Attorney Wesley Young. And That's all. Also, Ms. Cassandra Ong is still under contempt and in our detention facility. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honors.
Thank you, Comsec. Before we proceed again to the committee hearing proper, allow the chair first to dispose of some admin matters that we have at the moment. So may we ask the co-chair, Congressman Paduano, to please discuss all our admin matters that we wish to take up this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, during the third hearing, Attorney Harry Roque, under oath, committed to this committee that he will submit all those documents that being requested by this honorable committee. First, Mr. Chairman, he was required to submit medical hospital records and proof of 2 surgeries performed on Ms. Myla Roque. But I have here right now the letter of Ms. Myla Roque requesting for her excuse in today's hearing. Isa lang pong surgery ang nangyari sa kanya last year. So, and until now, Mr. Harry Roque has not yet submitted this document. Second, Mr. Chairman, the deed of sale and BIR transfer payments of the 1.8 hectares of land in Multinational Village, Parañaque. Third, all documents submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission regarding the transfer of shares to Attorney Percival Ortega. Fourth, extrajudicial settlement of estate to the unnamed aunt, including corresponding BIR tax returns. Fifth, the statement of asset and liabilities of Mr. Harry Roque from 2016 to 2022. Sixth, income tax return of Jiang Cham Holdings and Trading Incorporated for calendar years 2014 to 2022. Six, Mr. Harry Roque and his wife income tax return for calendar years 2014 to 2022. And seventh, beneficial ownership of transparency from the BOTD or similar documents showing true and beneficial ownership submitted to the SEC concerning Jiang Cham Holdings and Trading Incorporated. The seventh, judicial affidavit executed by Ms. Ronilyn Baterna and judicial affidavit executed by Catherine Cassandra L. Ong. All these documents being requested or directed for Harry Roque, Mr. Harry Roque to submit in this committee until I have received, Mr. Chairman, and we have received a letter from him for a motion to pass, and maybe that will be discussed on the later part of this hearing, Mr. Chairman. So all the documents which was committed by Mr. Harry Roque was not submitted to this committee for the record, Mr. Chairman. Now, to this SEC, they're required to submit beneficial ownership and transparency form or similar documents showing true and beneficial ownership submitted to the SEC concerning Jiang Cham Holdings and Trading Incorporated. Nandito po, nasabit na po, beneficial ownership for 2021 and 2022. For SSS, list of SSS members and dates of membership, coverage of employees of Hongsing Gaming Technology, Jiang Cham Holdings and Trading Corporation, Sunyuan Technology, Baofu, Lucky South 999, Lucky South 999 Outsourcing, Lucky South 999 Limited Corporation, and Wilwin Corporation. This was requested by Congressman Dagook. Comsec, have they submitted all those documents for being required from SSS?
Mr. Chair, we have not yet received such documents.
With that, Mr. Chairman, I move to issue a show cause order for the SSS. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion to issue a show cause order to SSS. Duly seconded. Hearing no objection, the motion is carried.
For the BID, Mr. Chairman, personal details of POGO IGL workers whose working visas were cancelled. BID, have you submitted that?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Yes, Mr. Chair, those were previously submitted.
Thank you. Now, let me proceed with the AFAB. AFAB was ordered to submit the feasibility studies relative to the business venture in Bataan submitted by Attorney Harry Roque. AFAB, Comsec, have they submitted?
We have not yet received such
Is AFAB,
documents.
AFAB present? Wala. Mr. Chairman, I move to issue a show cause order for AFAB to submit these feasibility studies relative to to business venture in Bataan by the company of Mr. Harry Roque. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to issue a show cause order to AFAB. Duly seconded. Any objections? No objections. Motion is carried.
Next is for the PNP to submit documents mentioned by Lieutenant Colonel Espinido in his affidavit, such as the list of police generals and other PNP officials who received money from Kerwin Espinosa's group, as indicated in the ledger, and copies of cleared checks that were recovered from their account. Mr. Chairman, is the Comsec, has the PNP submitted?
Not yet, sir.
Is there any representative from the PNP? From the PNP? Wala.
We have a representative, sir.
Before we dispose with that matter, Mr. Chairman, let me move to the next matter. The last, for NAPOLCOM Commissioner Edelberto Linardo, is he present? Police retired Colonel, and now NAPOLCOM Commissioner Linardo, is he present? Last 3 years, copy of SALN. Wala.
Mr. Chairman, last hearing, Colonel Leonardo was present.
Yeah, but Comsec, did he submit the documents being required from him?
Not yet, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move to issue a show cause for NAPOLCOM Commissioner Delberto Linardo for his SALN for the last 3 years. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to issue a show cause order for Colonel Edilberto Leonardo and submit documents required by the committee. Duly seconded. Hearing no objection, the motion is carried.
Same as true with Police Major General Rumi Karamat, he was required to submit his SALNs for the last 3 years. Is General Karamat present?
Sir, he sent an excuse letter, but the document has not yet been submitted.
Again, Mr. Chairman, I move to issue a show cause order for Major General Rumi Karamat with regards to his SALNs for the past 3 years. So move, Mr. Chairman.
If I may, Congressman
Yes, Chairman.
Karamat, Congressman Paduano, there's an emergency in the family of General Karamat, so we'll give him that time to be able to comply with the requirements of the Quadcom.
I yield to the ruling of the chair.
Thank you.
Allow me to proceed, Mr. Chairman. For Mr. Julian Linsangan, Lucky South 999 Outsourcing, you are ordered to submit a copy of the deed of sale of 2,500 square meter property of Puting Kahoy amounting to 16.7 million at 7,000 pesos per square meter. Nasubmit ba ito, Comsec? Is Mr. Linsangan present? Mr. Linsangan? Oh, did you submit and complied? You submitted na? When? Please approach the mic.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor, today na-submit na po.
Just today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Comsec, do you confirm? Kindly check. Okay, thank you po.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, Mr. Chairman, to the AMLAC. Copy of initial report, investigation on Whirlwind Corporation and Lucky South 999. AMLAC. Please.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. We have it with us, Your Honor, but can we manifest that we present it to you in an executive session, sir?
Chairman, the AMLAC has a copy of those documents being required to them by this committee, and they are requesting for an executive session. Will we grant them?
Does the information you wish to share with the committee has a national security implication, attorney?
Mr. Chair, we are in the process of finalizing the filing of our
Okay.
charges, sir.
We will
So-
evaluate your request, and please stand by so the committee can decide on the request from your office.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next is the DOJ status of DOJ investigation and update of cases against personalities of Lucky South 999 and Whirlwind. DOJ is present. DOJ. DOJ and BI.
NBI is present. DOJ. Any representative from
From the
DOJ?
NBI, sir.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, to dispose such requirements, pwede naman po mamaya dun sa POGO, pwede natin tanungin sila on the updates of the case. So, okay lang po. Just wait for the time. No? Now, next is for the PAGCOR, list of approved license as well as unlicensed POGO nationwide. PAGCOR.
Good morning, sir. The document, sir, it's on its way, sir, because we're just awaiting for the signature of the chairman of the transmittal letter, sir.
When was that? Will be submitted in this committee today.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, to the Bureau of Immigration, yung copy po, I was the one who requested it, the copy of the official document from Indonesia containing the reasons of deportation with regards to Cassandra Leong and Miss Sheila Go.
We submitted it this morning, Your Honor.
Thank you. To the DFA, copy of official document from Indonesia containing the reasons, the same, DFA. DFA is present. DFA, please. Submitted na? Oh, okay, DFA, you have submitted na. This document, thank you. Para bilisan po natin. Then, all the five documents being requested was addressed to COMSEC. Number 1, to secure a copy of the death certificate of Mayor Navarro of Claren, Misamis Occidental. I was informed by COMSEC that they have already sent a letter request for this matter. And then, to secure official report on PIS Roberto Quinto, on the death of Roberto Quinto, we have a copy now.
Yes,
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I have here a copy from the Bureau of Corrections pertaining to the report on the death of PIS Robert Quinto and the report on the Chinese nationals charged with illegal drugs who died from July 2016 to 2017.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. So, let me proceed, Mr. Chairman.
Please proceed.
Kaunti na lang to. With regards to the excuse letter made by Mr. Harry Roque last hearing, in relation to the engagement abroad. COMSEC?
As of now, sir, we have searched the internet for the address, but unfortunately, there is no email, only its website. We have contacted them, but no reply so far.
Please follow up na lang po.
Yes, sir.
Next is for Mr. De La Serna records of enrollment in Omni Aviation School. Nandiyan na po?
Yes, sir.
Ingi ako ng kopya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, for the AMLAC, status of our request, yung asset preservation order. Can you appraise the committee na lang doon sa executive session with regards to that? Sama na po natin. That's all, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. In addition to the list of admin matters mentioned by Congressman Paduano, there are more admin matters received by the committee. The committee received a letter from Superintendent Gerardo F. Padilla requesting for transfer of his detention from Bikutan and requesting the committee to grant him an executive session on a very important information he wished to reveal. We are also in receipt of a letter from Cassandra Leong, Catherine Cassandra Leong, explaining to the committee why she has not signed the waiver she promised during an open hearing. And in her letter, she stated the reason was because there was already a money laundering case filed by the National Bureau of Investigation. Therefore, the waiver does not apply anymore because we can have access on her financial records and bank transactions